Congratulations, you finally did it. You're clean and sober. Yay! Now what? The initial euphoria and applause has worn off. And now you begin to realize, wait a minute, I'm still having problems. Maybe even seemingly worse than before. And you might even be thinking, is this what I got sober for? Is this really all there is? Well, in today's video, I'm going to share with you some of my own struggles. And if you stick around until the end, the techniques and the prayers that I use to not only get and stay clean and sober, but to manifest my beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo within 3 months. But first, y'all are seeing me in my raw and truest form, no makeup. Okay, that's why the video is a little bit on the darker side. We're gonna keep it that way. I'm gonna try to just hide under the shadows here. Okay, and I don't know how many of you start your day off with one of these, but you know, I just had to get the coffee. This is the breakfast of champions right here. This, okay. So, getting my coffee in me. I'm going to be exhausted. But today's going to be an important because, you know, when things start going really good in your life, you never want to forget that there's people out there that are still struggling. People out there that are still maybe living in their cars. People out there that are still going through the muck and the mire. And life can seem really hopeless. And, you know, I was there. I was there a lot of times. And I was there for a long time. And, you know, I would start to do good for a while. Many times in my life, you know, I would get clean or I'd start doing good. But then maybe something wouldn't necessarily go my way, some hope or dream or something that I was trying to do, maybe I would fail at. So, you know, there's people out there that are struggling and you know, I remember when I would do really good for a while, I'd be clean and you know, maybe things might even go great. I might get on like this just pink cloud and just ride it, and everything, like there could, you know, I could do no wrong maybe for a couple months. And it was just like pure grace that I was floating on at that point. But then life is real, you know, life happens. Maybe something doesn't necessarily go my way, or you know, maybe you still have people that you had in your life prior and you're trying to do good and you of course still love them, and so you want them right away to do good too and have what you have and kind of get on this horse with you and ride it, right? And maybe they're not coming along, or even worse than that, because you're still choosing to allow them to be in your life, they're causing some toxicity in yours, you know, and you just haven't had the either the strength or the will to cut them loose yet. That being said, the reason that bad things sometimes continue to happen, even when you're doing the right thing all the time, even when you're trying, right? And I say trying because it's not about trying, and I'm going to get to that. By the end of the video, I'm going to get to what you really need to be doing, because we don't want to be trying anything. But the reason that bad things can continue to happen is because you've got momentum built in the wrong direction. You know, when I got clean the last time, I didn't see the positive results from that. right away at all. In fact, I ended up panhandling. I was like worse than I had ever been after I got clean the last time. I was on the street panhandling during the day to get money to pay the light bill, to get money to pay the lot rent, to get money for gas in my car. Like, I would have to go up to strangers, talk about swallowing any semblance of pride you thought you had left. I would have to go up to strangers and ask them to pay my way through life. And it wasn't that I wasn't trying. Trust me, it was not for lack of trying, because I was willing to do whatever I needed to do at that point to get my shit straight. But in order for my life to really change, I had to not be a victim. And I just decided that I was going to have to accept whatever I was going to have to accept in that moment and be willing to go through that without a victim mentality. So even though I was panhandling, right, I had to go home every day and look in the mirror and realize that it was a result of my own choices. That I wasn't here for any other reason but me. And it wasn't anybody else's fault ever. You know, and at the time, really, I had a lot of anger towards baby daddy. And I could blame baby daddy for a whole lot of things, right? But I was never going to get better myself as long as I stayed angry at and kept blaming him for everything. I have to be responsible for my own choices and what happens in my own life, even if that means the people that I'm choosing to allow in my life. And you've got to understand that when you're shifting the gears to go the right way in your life, you've got that bus going 60 or even 80 or even 100 miles an hour in the wrong direction. But yeah, you've got that bus going very fast before maybe you figure out I'm fixing to hit a wall, right? And you're trying to turn it around, and I understand you're trying to turn it around, and it hurts and it's hard, but you know, it's not like anybody has shown you a success pattern from the time you were 5 years old, because if they had, you wouldn't be here, right? So now you got to do this by yourself. And what that takes is really knowing that there's a higher power, there's a power greater than you, that if you will trust, and that's putting your total trust in. That's even looking at the times in your life, like for me, that when I looked back at some of the things that I did and that I was doing, and the fact that I hadn't gotten killed yet or died of an overdose yet, I have to go, you know what? I must be here for a reason. I must be here for a reason. Someone must love me. Someone must be watching me. Someone must got my back. You have to remember that. Trust. And really get in that conscious contact every day. And a big thing is getting out of yourself. You got to realize when you're sitting in self-pity and hopelessness, who are you thinking about in that moment? You're not thinking about anybody but yourself. It is the most selfish act on the planet. That's why it's the number one sin to take your own life. Because it's the most selfish thing you can do. And we're not here for ourselves. Our soul is here to learn something. But ultimately, our purpose is to leave a legacy on this planet. That's why when we have children, it's so fulfilling to us. Because we're doing something for somebody else. We're preparing a way. We're preparing a life for another being. And when we die, our legacy lives on through that being. So, you know, we're here for our children. We're here for others. So in this moment, I'm sitting here. I'm feeling hopeless. I've made a lot of mistakes. All my piss poor choices have brought me here. But now I'm clean. And I am still here. Regardless, I may be living on the street, I am still here. I've still got something to offer. Thank you for my skills, talents, and abilities. Thank you. Thank you that I am wonderfully made. Thank you that I have something to offer. Thank you that the sun is up and I can breathe in fresh oxygen on this beautiful day. Lord, let someone come into my life today that I can be of service to. Let me help someone today. If someone steps in my path that needs me today, Father, let me have the eyes to see it and know it, and the courage to make a difference in someone else's life today. And then let that be your intention for the day. And after that prayer, take 10 minutes to visualize what you do want for your life. Quit looking at what you're living in and visualize, what do I want for my life to be? Father, thank you. Thank you for this beautiful apartment, and just visualize that brand new apartment you're walking into. Visualize that brand new car you're getting into. Visualize hearing you're hired. Visualize shaking the hands of your new boss. Okay? Visualize it as if it's already, as if it's happening in this moment. Feel those feelings of excitement. Feel those feelings of gratitude. Give yourself that 10 minutes. Just that 10 minutes is all you have to give yourself this morning. And then when you're done, say thank you, and know in your heart that that is done, that that vision has come to pass for you, that you have manifested that. And then go on with your day. I am blessed this morning. I don't know about y'all, but I am blessed. I am happy. I want for nothing today. I've got everything I could want and everything I could need. I am rich. I am rich today. And I'm thankful. And I love y'all. If this video meant anything to you guys, please consider sharing it. And we love y'all. Namaste.